Hi, my name is David Kapata. I'm from Zambia and I work for the Zambian Governance Foundation. Currently in my organization, I am the manager for philanthropy and program support. I contribute to program activities and making sure that we're coordinating and coordinating with other civil society organizations, and also ensuring that their program activities that are cutting across their well aligned with the community activities and community foundations that we support within the country. So, and I also contribute to strengthening the systems of the organization, including governance of the systems of the Zambian Governance Foundation. Well, what challenges or concerns that concern me the most around grant making is, first of all, the top-down approach, where grant recipients are not involved when it comes to grant making, where the power to decide where resources can be invested comes from the donors and not the communities themselves looking at what they want to achieve. So when it comes to grant making and philanthropy, what I'd like to see is where there's a shift of power, where the grant recipients are the ones that have the autonomy or the liberty to make the decisions, and they are working in collaboration with the funders and not being treated as merely beneficiaries but as key stakeholders in grant making processes. What I'd like to see as change in the community philanthropy in Africa is having an African-led philanthropy, where communities are able to take part as equal partners on the table, where decisions are not made from top down, but where it's coming from the communities themselves. Like I mentioned, shifting the power to ensuring that the communities have the authority to be able to decide on how to use the resources. Community philanthropy is broad. It should be African. It should have a focus on African, in the African sense, and have the African knowledge and wisdom, and also making sure that the African values are also taken into consideration when it comes to community philanthropy in Africa. I'm coming from Zambia, and like I mentioned, from the Zambian Governance Foundation as the organization that I'm representing. What I'm hoping to contribute to this COP this year here in South Africa is my experience, lived experiences from the communities, ensuring that there's inclusion of young people, women, and people with different abilities, so that when we are talking about grant making, their voices are heard, their voices are amplified, and ensuring that their program support and inclusion from the word go, like I mentioned, and also appreciating the tenets of African community philanthropy. That is my contribution to this COP this year.